Welcome to GGTV. This is Dark Enforcer, and for today's episode, we're going to be looking at Autodesk Sketchbook Pro. And as you look on my screen, now forgive me, I'm moving between my mouse and my iPad. I'm actually projecting my iPad screen up onto my computer. It's just Airserver. You do have to pay for it, but it's a really good app. If you guys are looking for something, a way to record some of your gameplay for some of your in-game apps, especially a lot of my students and things, they play a ton of games. If you want to do game reviews and stuff like that, make sure my hat's straight. Yeah, all right. So anyway, this is a Sketchbook Pro. It's called Autodesk Sketchbook Pro. It looks like a pencil. So I'm going to click on that. Oh yeah, I forgot that was on here. So this was a piece that I worked on, and I actually did it all inside this program. Let me zoom in so you can see, but I basically took a White Walker from a Game of Thrones and brought it in here, and it's a little pixelated, but you can kind of see. But I basically took it inside here and painted over top of it, and turned it into basically like a painting, which was really cool. But I did it all within this program I think I did this one on my iPad. I think I have an iPad Air, which is not the newest one. I think the Air, is it the iPad Air 2? So I have just the iPad Air. So anyway, but I think I did all of this on here. And I was talking in my last video about Sketchbook Pro. One of the perks that I like is that it does have multiple gestures. You can rotate the screen. You can zoom in and out. The only other thing that I would say, it does have, it is supposed to be compatible, and it does a pretty good job with palm recognition, which is, when you have your hand on there, not getting your palm connected, and it touches and makes it where it's reading your palm and not your stylus. And I use the Wacom into. Let me get me another pillow here, get nice and comfortable. The Wacom Intuos Creative Pen 2. That's what I use, and it's a fairly pricey stylus, but like I said, it does a really good job with my artwork, and you can do things with your fingers, so don't think you have to go out and buy one. You can do it with your finger, but it's just a little bit, to me, I'm able to do a little bit more fine detailing with the stylus. But like I said, this Autodesk Sketchbook Pro, I don't know if it's called Pro in the Apple Store, but you can download it. But just to kind of give you, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see it's got an undo button. It has a redo button. It has rulers. You can actually pull, well, I'm clicking on the wrong thing, sorry. That's not what we need to do. Alright, so we can actually pull into rulers. It's got Symmetry, which basically Symmetry, for you guys that are wondering what Symmetry is, whatever you draw on the left side of the screen will also draw on the bottom, and I think you can actually flip it horizontally as well, which is this way. And then for those of you guys following along, you got vertical symmetry, which is up and down, and then horizontal symmetry. You can do different styles of circles and things like that. You can put a shape in. You can go back and do a time lapse, which I really like. If you do time lapse, every stroke that you do will actually record, and so when you go back, you can take it and put it into iMovie and create like a fast speed art, which is some of the things that I've done. If you've seen some of my stuff, I'm going to put a few things up, just little doodles that I do when I have a little bit of downtime. I'll sit around and do that. They're not expected to be works of art. They're just little fun things. But you can do that. You can add text. You can import an image, and then you can put things over top of it, which is a really neat feature. It's got, there's a free version of this. I paid for the full version. But like I said, you can do the free version. Now this right here it's called the Color Puck, and you can pick colors from it. If you click on it, you can actually pull up a color wheel, and you can just kind of move it around to whatever color you want. You can pick different shades and different different colors to it. You can actually click the eyedrop tool and pick an area that you want to take the color from. If you do that, you can come over here and pick. Well, let me undo that. I don't want to mess up what I've already done. But you can pick a color, from somewhere on here. Let's see. Why are you not? Let's see. Oh, there. You got to hold your finger on it. Move to the color that you'd like. Once you let off of it, forgive me. I don't guess you're supposed to sneeze during these videos, but you can pick your colors. You can also pick what size pen, or you can click on the little circle at the top where it says 8.0, and then you can pick different pens, and you can scroll through and grab whatever kind of design. There's a texture type thing you can do. There's tons of brushes on here, but like I said, I did the full version. The free version has quite a bit of stuff on there too. I think it even has time lapse on the free version, but don't quote me on that, but it may. Let's see, and then here you can press this and go to full screen. You can get all these things out of your way if you like. Close that out. Let's see. Let's take you out of there. If you go to full screen, you can actually get in there, and you don't have all of the the toolbars in your way. So that's just up to you how you'd like to do that. And the same thing's on the left. You got your eraser. If you're following along, I'll pull it over here. You got an eraser, and there's different ones. There's an eraser. You can change how strongly it does that. Like I said, you got brushes, you got pencils, you got smudge brushes, you have just a bunch of different tools. So you can really get in depth in this. And if you look on the right side of the screen over here, you can actually add a layer. So if you want to put a layer on top of this, let's say you've got your artwork done, you want to do what I did, which is put my signature. Undo that. You gotta put two fingers on it when you want to move it around. It'll still sometimes mess it up. So pay close attention when you do that. If you move it around, you don't put a mark on there with your thumb or whatever. So it's a gesture. You do two-finger gesture, and you can kind of drag your drawing around, and that's how you rotate everything with two fingers. But if you want to put your signature on there, but you say you don't want it on everything that you do, now if you're going to print it, this is one thing that I realized. I was doing my signature on everything, and then I realized, well, when I put it on canvas, I need to go ahead and just sign it after the fact and not just print the signature on there. Sometimes it can come out okay in print, but I'm realizing that maybe I just need to sign it later. So a lot of the artwork that I'm doing, I plan on printing it. I'm going to actually not put any signatures on it, but if I put it online, I try to put it on there. It's a pseudo watermark. Anyway, you might want to do a different layer, put your signature on it. That way, if you want to do a printing without the signature, you can just hide that layer, save it, and you don't have to worry about it. But this is a really cool app through the App Store. I'm not sure how much it costs on there because I just got it because I just really want to have an access to something when I'm away from home that I don't have to have my whole computer. And it doesn't do everything that my Autodesk Sketchbook Pro for my Mac does, but it can get me there. It can get me to a point to where I can at least sketch things out and get to where I want. But this is a really great app, guys. If you have the opportunity, if you look down at the bottom of my screen, you'll see this little pen down here. If it doesn't do that, I don't know why it keeps on doing that. But anyway, if you look at the pen down there at the bottom of the screen, it's got an X. That is for like if you had a stylus, and it supports several different styluses. But you can, like I said, I use that Wacom Cintiq Creative Stylus 2, which you can have a delete button. I don't have it down here. I don't know why I don't, but is that it? Yeah, there it is. Forgive me one second. There it is. Sorry. It's not in here. I took it upstairs. Okay. All right. So anyway, this is the case for it. It's really neat, but it's a really nice stylus you can use. All right. But I'll do a little thing on that. Like I said, the Autodesk. This is what the app looks like. It looks like a little pencil in the right-hand corner under my eBay thing. But I'll do a different one later. But anyway, if you've got an opportunity, if you've got an itching for an art app for your iPad or for your phone, you can do it on your phone. I have it on my phone as well. Look at Sketchbook, Autodesk Sketchbook. It's a really nice little app. Anyway, that's all for GGTV. Dark Enforcer, thank you guys for watching, and like us, subscribe to us, share our stuff to anybody you'd like to. And anyway, that's all for us, and I hope you guys have a great day. It's Saturday here, so hope you guys have a good day.